Hey there guys, how we doing? I'm Alec and it's Thursday and that means War Factory, so let's dive in and see what we've got. No shield. Huh. Feel like this is fairly familiar. 328 5, so 600,000 health on the HQ without a shield. I feel like this is kind of taunting me. Like, I know I have done this recently, and I know I have done this fairly recently with warriors. So do we want to do that again, or do we want to do something different? Grapplers over here, armor, grenadiers, not going to work well at all. Grens would be fine down here, but then you have all of this stuff. So you do have a little space down here if you wanted to drop and maybe pick up a little GBE, like one boat. But then again, that is expensive GBE. Honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it with the warriors again. That's a good bit of damage for these guys to do on this account. This is 6 GBE 3 damage, so it might not actually drop. Health on machine guns is not particularly high, like 33, 34-ish. So if we were to take a hit, now this will be interesting because Sparky is screwed up since the update, but maybe we could take a hit and hack these two shock launchers out. We'll have to single hack them, I believe. Actually, no, not necessarily. If we put Sparky in the right place, right now, instead of targeting based on proximity and the most damaged thing in the area, she's just ignoring damage, so she's just going on proximity. So possibly we could flare her like right next to this shock launcher and then redirect her with press hack and then redirect that hack over here, and we might be able to pull off a double hack on this shock launcher and get that out of the way, clear those mines, and then probably try to clear machine guns down one end or the other. And I'm not exactly sure which end to clear the machine guns from. But I'm going to make a guess and try to destroy these guys, or this guy right here. So yeah, why don't we do that? And this is going to be one of the weirdest troop loadouts ever. I do have endless on this account, so that's going to help some things. You. And you. Alright. So, remote abode of Grens. I think I want to check that to make sure, like what I said about these extra GBE there is actually going to hold. Yeah, I think if we flag like right down here, we should be able to pick up just a bit of GBE. So I'm going to do that, but before I do that, I'm going to do my hacks. And before we forget anything, actually I'm going to hold off on that. So, I'm going to flare like right there. And drop Sparky. So yeah, Everspark is broken right now, but I'm going to press hack, and hopefully we can override. Perfect. She selects the shock launcher nearest me. I don't know if you saw that animation, or nearest her, I should say. But then we're going to redirect her hack and press the button again right here. So now we have both of those towers hacked. This top one by directing with a flare, and this one just by proximity. She was standing next to it, so it got hacked. And that is perfect. So, hang on. Let's see how low on this beach we can flare these grins. I mean, it is nice to have endless here, but grenadiers are expensive. We do have some advantages if we're trying this. Actually, the way we're trying this, we have lots of advantages because there's a grenadier tribe, grenadier damage, I believe, which is always fun because grens do a lot of damage, and a warrior health tribe, so I don't feel like I need to explain why that's really good. And then a 50% GBE tribe. And again, that's just spectacular, and it's kind of self-explanatory. So let's see, we're going to go like this and like this. We're going to use critters to try to clear all of these mines. That looks pretty good. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And these guys are still farming down here. They're getting actually more GBE than I thought because of the overthrow damage. They're targeting these front crates, but they tend to overthrow their targets, so they're actually destroying a bunch of crates behind those as well. And that's good, because we can keep trying to kill things. Again, like, if ideally we're about to kill these machine guns, but then ideally we kill these machine guns too, because like I said, I do not know exactly where bullet is going to land when we flare up here. Perfect. And let's see how we're doing down here. Might be right about time to call it. We're gonna pop this one mine, press retreat, see the mine pop, press confirm, and hopefully not lose any gold on that. Not that it's a huge concern, but you know, just as a good practice. So yeah, that's a weird troop loadout, right? Alright, so gonna drop down here. Should be great with the extra GBE, although that is not completely necessary either. The reason we're gonna drop down here is that I would rather be approaching this head on. I would rather have bullet down here. Now, question. Bullet, is he going to be in range of either of these grapplers? Excuse me. He should not be. And we'll see exactly how that plays out, but he should not be. His range is 3.3 tiles. So here's one tile of empty space between the HQ and these machine guns, and the machine guns are 3 tiles deep themselves. So the edge of these machine guns should be 4 tiles away from the HQ, right? So he should be perfectly safe, because these do not range the edge of the machine guns, but you can never tell. This laser will range, though. Luckily, it's only a 1, so that should help. I'm thinking a critter and a shock up here to shock the doom cannons and try to get a couple of these mortars. Critter for these things. And yeah, we're gonna give that a whirl, but hey, first let's actually load up warriors, because that'd be good. Oh, I should probably show the tribes here. So that's, yeah, grand damage. Actually on this account I didn't boost that, so that would be even better with the tribe, but I don't use Grens a whole lot on this account, to be honest, so that would be why. But that's a great tribe boost. I've used it elsewhere, and Grens are a lot of fun. Warrior health plus 60%, gunboat energy plus 50%. So those are both very, very helpful here. The main thing, this is not a very GBE intensive hit that we're about to do. The main thing is getting to the HQ, and then, like I said, critter and a shock, maybe another critter and a reshock, should be alright. And so path is the issue. Definitely going to want to smoke the beach, because grapplers everywhere. I would love to use this laser as a gathering point, which is kind of ironic anyway, because lasers are bad for you and they suck, and so using that as a gathering point is, you know, kind of a middle finger to lasers in general, which I am fine with, because lasers suck. And then probably try to, nope, that's not right. Probably try to ground flare up to right here, between the machine guns and the headquarters, that one tile. Living life on the edge, because, you know, we're like that around here. I think I'm going to use this supply crate as a grouping point on the beach, and I hope that's a plan, because away we go. So just trying to like split the middle of these supply crates. And you'll notice I dropped bullet first there. I didn't want him getting to the edges of that formation or gathering, because I didn't want him peeking out of smoke because of all the grapplers. There we go with the ground flare. And we could have shortened this up by a smoke, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and be conservative here, because there's a bunch of things that really do not like us in this area. Taunt loaded up. Get those critters out, and then we're going to get this shock out a little early. And a med kit. 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, another shock, another med kit, and I think we're going to get that. Actually, that's looking really good. Not too bad on the troop losses. What did we say? That was like 600,000? That's pretty decent for these guys to be doing. Bullet took a beating, but right about the grapplers, he did not end up getting grabbed there. So that's always a good thing. Other strategies, because I know not everybody in the world is insane about warriors the way I am. Let's go back here. Again, to the most interesting troop loadout in history. Nope, not you. Well, like I said, anything armor, anything in this part of the world is bad. Over in this part of the, this is actually a pretty decent war factory layout, because it does force you to make some pretty hard choices. If you wanted to operate in this part of the world, the rockets and lasers are going to be a problem for you if you land on the beach. You might want to do some hacking. If you're going to go for the solo, you're going to drop over here and try to walk your Zukas up to like here, and then reposition near the HQ. And from there you'd have a few shocks. 1, 2, possibly the machine guns, just to be safe here. Definitely these guys, you could hack those out like I did. You could hack some of these out. That could make your life easier. Yeah, so not real friendly for RZCM. So if you're going for the smoky tactics, are great here. If you're going with warriors and if you're going with Zukas, those are fantastic. If you're going with other stuff, maybe not so much, because this is nasty for rifle cryo Zuka medic, and this is also pretty nasty for tanks because of these, and then this is a lot of splash damage anyway. So yeah, maybe a little bit more hacking to simplify things for yourself, but then again, that is itself fairly complicated now because of the glitch since the update. So again, I'll show this bit with Sparky. This is how we pulled off the double hack here. Park her directly next to the second tower that you want to hack. And actually, let's go back a slight bit, because I want to show something off. When I press the hack button under smoke, you're going to see an animation. Let's go here. And get to that bit. So we're parking her next to the second tower that we want to hack. Now, I'm going to press the hack button under smoke and watch here, there, that right there, that little animation around that tower. There was a circle, it kind of looks like a target, and it indicated that this is the thing that she is going to hack by default. In this case, because it's the closest thing to her, because that's the only thing she recognizes right now. Then we're going to override that by using a flare. There's the animation again, so now this is the target she's going to hack, but we already know that this tower is the one that she's going to select by default because it's the closest to her. So if we double hack here, you hack this top shock launcher out, and by default, if you press the button again, you will hack this tower as well. So, I mean, I used Sparky last week on War Factory. I did War Factory last week a bunch of different ways because, you know, I'm a wacko like that. A different kind of layout. It was very amenable to different troop combinations, so I used, like, just about everything possible. I used Heavy Zuka, I used All Zuka, I used Warriors, I used RCZM, I used Armor. I had to do a lot of hacking in order to make that work, but I used that strategy that I just showed you, park her next to the second tower that you want to hack out multiple towers last week. I think it was upwards of 6 towers. And the extra GBE in the GBE tribe will help you with that. Anyway, a bit of a challenge there. I'm sure lots of people will do this other ways, and that's cool and everything, but this works really well for me. I feel like, did we actually lose any grinds on this hit? No, we got all 4 of those boys out. So, yeah, I feel like that's and 11 warriors. I'm going to take that. I'm going to call that a win. Anyway, that's my way of doing things because that's what we do around here. Anyway, I'm Yalik, like, thumbs up, and I will catch you guys sometime later. Take care.